Welcome to Indo Bangla City SATV News. This is Nouri Alamin with the headlines. EC was successful in discharging its responsibilities and meeting the challenges set outgoing CEC. Name of the new EC to be published today. Seat crisis at higher educational institutions looms over the country after 95% of students passed HSC and equivalent examinations. People are celebrating their first day of spring and Valentine's Day today, all amid the pandemic. The term of the current election commission is coming to an end today. To mark the day, a press conference was held on the election building today. Speaking at the farewell briefing, the outgoing CEC Nurul Huda said he faced so many challenges during 5 years in his office. However, he successfully completed his responsibilities, stating that all the elections have been completed. That CEC said they have held 6,690 elections. He further said he had trained 24,881 people, especially in EVM. Meanwhile, the proposed names of the various political parties will be announced today in the new EC information. The list of the names will be published on the website of the Cabinet Department today. A seat crisis at higher educational institutions looms over the country after 95% of the students passed the higher secondary school certificate and equivalent examinations this year. A total number of 1.31 million students passed the exams, including 1,89,169 who achieved the top score of grade point GPA 5. According to the annual report of 2020, the University Grant Commission Public and private universities in the country had a total capacity of just 1.24 million. UGC and the Ministry of Health also reported that public universities have 47,171 seats for undergraduate students, while the medical and dental colleges, both public and private, can take in 10,408 students for the MBBS. Since there are a shortage of seats, many students have been disappointed about their career. A Dhaka court today directed the officer in charge of the cantonment police station to implement by March 24 the order for arresting former BNP lawmaker Mosaddeq Ali Falu in a case filed for the chiffoning 183.92 crore Dhaka to Dubai. Judge of the Senior Special Judges Court of Dhaka passed the order after the OC of Banani Police Station submitted a report saying the address mentioned the FIR and charge sheet is under Cantonment Police Station. On December 13 last year, the same court accepted the charges against Falu and 2 others and issued arrest warrant against Falu as he was shown fugitive in the charge sheet. A Bangladeshi national AKM Shufiul Anam is among the 5 United Nations staff members who have been abducted, the southern Yemen said the foreign ministry. Shufiul works as a field security coordination officer of the United Nations Department of Safety and Security in Yemen. He retired from the Bangladesh Army as the Lieutenant Colonel. Shufiul served the Bangladesh Army from 1977 to 2005. Since the retirement from Army, he has been working with the United Nations. Reports said the United Nations is in close contact with the authorities to secure their release. All residential halls at Shahjalal University of Science and Technology SUST event today after a 28-day closure. However, online classes will begin on Tuesday, while the physical classes on February 22nd. The university authorities took the decisions at the syndicate meeting on Sunday evening. The authorities also announced the closure of the halls on January 16 after a group of agitating students confronted the vice-chancellor during the demonstrations. Mentionable students of SUST on Saturday announced the withdrawal of their movement after 27 days. Dhaka has worn a colorful look as the festival-loving Bangladeshi people are celebrating the first day of the most anticipated season, Bashanta today, amid the pandemic. Falgun is the 11th month of the Bengali calendar and the first month of the season, spring. This season brings back warm sunshine, budding flowers and dancing of birds. Falgun brings joys and colors, both the nature and life. Everything in nature gives an impression of the youthfulness or freshness, as if the nature takes the new birth. Meanwhile, keeping pace with the rest of the world. Bangladeshis also celebrate Valentine's Day with their beloved ones. This day is widely celebrated in Asia, including Bangladesh, thanks to its first globalization. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with Euro Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back, and you are watching Euro Bangla City SATV News. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world now. US President Joe Biden spoke at length with his Ukrainian counterpart about the ongoing tensions with Russia, with the pair agreeing on the need of the pursue diplomacy and deterrence. The White House says Biden made it clear that Washington would reopen swiftly and decisively against any further Russian aggression against Ukraine. As Russia intensifies the pressure on Ukraine, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said on Sunday that Moscow's latest ramping up of forces along the Ukrainian border indicates that an order for military actions could come at any time. Against such a backdrop, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is flying off Ukraine, and Russia is an effort in the de-escalate tensions. Ahead of his visit, Scholz renewed his warning to Russia and underscored the need for continued diplomacy. However, Germany has been one of the Ukrainians' largest donors in the recent years. High waves killed 10 during beach, the ritual in Indonesia. Huge tidal waves swept away a group of people meditating on a beach during the Sunday's early hours. The group of 23 people was holding hands and meditating on the Piangan Beach, East Java province, shortly after midnight. They were too close to the sea and could not save themselves when the tidal waves came and swept them away. Indonesian members of the search and rescue team evacuated dead bodies during the search operations. 10 bodies had been retrieved from the ocean and 12 people rescued, including a 2-year-old child. It's not just the international community that's against the plan to discharge the wastewater into the sea, but also citizens residing for the Fukushima prefecture. Protests were also held in the Fukushima's Iwaki city, where more than a dozen residents raised a banner calling for the cancellation of the move, while also demanding protections for the ocean. The Tokyo Electric Power Company previously said that it plans to release contaminated water about a kilometer offshore through the undersea tunnel. But the plan did little to dispel the concern of the local residents. The busiest US-Canada border crossing reopened the late Sunday after protests against the COVID-19 restrictions closed it for almost a week. Police said more than 24 people were peacefully arrested, 7 vehicles were towed, and 5 were seized near the bridge of the Ling City and numerous Canadian automotive plants. With the duress, only a few protesters had remained after police persuaded demonstrators to move the pickup trucks and cars. Swiss voters on Sunday approved the restrictions on tobacco advertising with 57% in favor. The ban will see advertising in newspaper, cinemas, the internet, at events on the billboards removed. Supporters of the ban say such advertisement encourage young people to smoke. According to the Swiss government, smoking kills 9,500 people each year in the country. Valentine's Day is celebrated on February 14. It is a festival of romantic love, and many people give cards, letters, flowers, or presents to their spouse or the partner. They may also arrange a romantic meal in a restaurant or night in a hotel. Common symbols of the Valentine's Day are red roses and Cupid. Jalia Nilufar has the story.
People who would like to have a romantic relationship with somebody may use the occasion to make this known, often anonymously. Valentine's cards are often decorated with images of hearts, red roses or Cupid. Common Valentine's Day gifts are flowers, chocolates, candy, champagne or sparkling wine. Many restaurants and hotels have special offers at this time. This can include romantic meal or weekend break. Valentine's Day is also a very popular date for wedding. There are a number of saints called Valentine who are honored on February 14. The day became associated with romantic love in the Middle Ages in England. Valentine's Day is not a public holiday. Government offices, stores, schools and other organizations are open as usual. Public transit systems run on their regular schedule. Dalianul for SATV News Desk.
The Beijing Winter Games panda mascot has been all the rage recently, but 6-month-old giant panda club Lele has been also capturing attention after becoming the first to be born in Singapore. Singaporeans have been lining up a catch-in glimpse of the cub, some even queuing up the multiple times just to spend a little bit more time with him. The birth of Lele was the result of extensive collaboration between a team from Singapore and the panda experts in China. However, unfortunately for the Singaporean, when Lele turns 2, he will be sent to China and the country's panda breeding program. Chattogram challengers have secured the qualifier with an 7 runs victory over the Khulna Tigers in the eliminatory stage of BPL. With this victory, Chattogram took place the second qualifier. Chattogram will play in the second qualifier against the losing team Kumilla Victorians or Fortune Borishal in the second match on Monday. Meanwhile, Walton hit a storm innings with 89 runs for the Chattogram. He is the player of the match also. And Fletcher has played for the Khulna 80 runs innings, but a glorious over the Mira saved Chattogram challengers. Before ending, we go through Bangla City SATV News headlines again. EC was successful in discharging its responsibilities and meeting the challenges set outgoing CEC. Name of new EC to be published today. Seat crisis at higher educational institutions looms over the country after 95% of students passed HSC and equivalent examinations. People are celebrating their first day of spring and Valentine's Day today, all amid the pandemic. You are up to date with the Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.